Hey Kunai fans, Chris Bacon here. Just wanted to let you guys know before this video starts that this video is in a slightly different format. It's in portrait mode. Just wanted to see how I would look. Let me know if it works for you. If it does not, the videos going forward will be in the same format as before in the traditional landscape, but just wanted to try it out. Let me know how you like it. Thanks. What's up, y'all? This is my review on Top War as a part of my mobile game review series. Obviously, I review a mobile game every video, trying my best to explain what it is, who made it, and detailing my first impressions. If you play this game, or I convince you to give it a shot, click that like button, or even better, hit that subscribe button and see what I got coming next. Now let's get into it. Top War is classified as a strategy game, developed by River Games and published by Top War Studio. It was released initially on December 31st, 2019. It has solid reviews across all platforms, and I'm sure you've seen an ad for it at least once by now. I'm sure there are lots of other reviews out there about the game by now because it's so popular, but my goal is to give you a sense of the game and make you want to see it for yourself. But I do show a lot of the features in the actual video, so what you see is me going through all the different places and sub-features. So even if I don't mention something, you will see it. Think of it as you logging in and doing your rounds, checking everything once, and seeing where you can make some progression today. One thing I will say now is that I dislike the ads for the game. They keep showing this game mode that I've never come across in my months of playing this game. While floating on an open sea and gathering a base looks cool, that has not been my experience in game. As you can see, you fight for territory on an island you start on, and have to merge your tools of war to get stronger to be able to fight and gain more territory. Maybe once you unlock the whole island, you can then play the floating on a square minigame, and I just haven't gotten that far. And if that's true, then why show a game mode you wouldn't encounter for months of playing? But aside from that, the actual game is amazing and has earned its reputation. Like I just said, you fight to gain control over an island and its various structures. You must gain materials to be able to get the blueprints to upgrade the buildings and vehicles of war. You have ground, sea, and air factions you must get materials and upgrade separately, unlocking more powerful mergers. You level up and eventually you'll unlock the entire island you're on, but that'll take some time without real digital human money. Another layer are the commanders, which have their own upgrade and power up system, which also relies on gathering materials. They have unique abilities and stats that make up how strong your army actually is, since they give boosts to your troops. You recruit them through daily pulls and special events, and they all have cool looks and bios. The actual combat will be choosing your commanders, then your militia, then watching the battle visual play out until one side is completely eliminated. Almost everything will rely on the style of combat, and your strategy of how you combine commanders and troops to give you the best way of winning is the main point of this game. Also, the terrain will be land, sea, or air depending on what you choose, and I'm not sure if that matters or not, but part of me thinks it does. They have an advanced currency system, which means there are many materials and you can use real digital human money to acquire both them, commanders, and the in-game money. As for the in-game money, there's gold, which is the base currency, which you use to build, upgrade, and unlock things, and gems, which are the main sort of hard to get currency, which can do everything gold can do, and so much more. I said it earlier that I wouldn't run through everything because most of it is variations on the combat feature. Sometimes you fight a huge mech, sometimes you don't. You unlock more facilities as you level up, which gives you a new minigame and a way to gather more materials. As a pro tip, I do want to mention the idle expedition feature, as it's a great way to level up your dogs of war. As many idle games of the past, you can increase the rate at which your squad gathers your spoils of war by, you guessed it, battling through a series of levels. There are alliances and social aspects of the game to get into as well. Parts of the game aren't even playable without being in one, but it's not hard to join one you find. This would be the time for a great sponsor plug, but we are not there yet. But with your eyes and your fingertips, we can do it. So anything you set in motion in the game outside of being in actual combat will not pause if you leave the game. So a forced close won't mean your timer's reset, which is great because there are a ton, as I hope you're noticing in the video. Even after all of that, there is also an overworld where you're just part of a huge continent and you send out your teams to gather materials and engage in various forms of combat. You also have missions and events that span across many activities to keep you busy all the time. I do laugh at the fact that you're on unlocking what is clearly an island, but then you zoom out and you are just in the middle of a huge landmass with no site. Maybe I have to be a flat earther and then I can finally leave and play that minigame from the ads. But there's a lot to gain, a lot to gather, and even after you hit the paywall, the daily or occasional check-ins can really add up and make it worth your while. Excellent game. Did I also mention the decoration? That's it for this one. If you're a fan of the game, a fan of mobile games in general, a fan of me, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe for more. Until then, everybody stay safe, be well. I'm Chris Bacon from the Kunai guys.